Hi everyone, this is Ms. Riya Daha. Let's start with the introduction. Introduction. Partnership are an underlying component of the quality of early childhood education and care in Australia. Among the early child learning framework, such relationship can be described as respectful and reciprocated interaction among educators, family, and community members, fostering children's learning, development, and well-being in the national quality standards. Specific expectations are created for the services in enhancing and maintaining such partnership in Quality Area 6. It is an evident fact that families form an initial and most educative environment of children, whereas communities provide the cultural, social, and environmental where learning takes place. Uh, this essay describes collaborative partnership as a foundation of children's inclusion, learning, and development. It proceeds to review the benefits of having family and community involvement in the Australian ECEC environment. Lastly, it provides the realistic guidance on how to develop and maintain effective collaboration which improves result for children and promote quality practices. How collaborative partnership underpin inclusion, learning, and development. Inclusion, the basic of inclusion is educational provision, is a formative of collaborative partnership ensuring that all children are recognized, respected, and taken care of based on their individuality. By continually interacting with family, educators gain subtle knowledge of their cultural background of a child, his and her language, strengths, and family situation. This kind of knowledge helps the learning environment to reflect and rejoice in diversity, thus cultivating a strong sense of belongings. Moreover, communication based on partnership achievement will help inclusive learning plans, especially among children with extra cares or at least with special assistance. In addition, culturally responsive alliances are used to reduce structural barriers that may be to the participation of Aboriginals and Torres Strait Islanders and culturally and linguistically diverse children. This responsiveness develops trust and ensure the educational practices do not conflict with the value and costumes of communities involved. Now let's talk about the learning. According to the study of Camberry, the learning processes of children is always enhanced when educators and families work together to exchange knowledge and views. Families can provide unique information about the interest of their children, strength and preferred learning techniques, thereby designing their curriculum to be both applicable and interactive. Furthermore, learning participants not only involved families but also community organization, which includes the library, healthcare providers, and cultural group. And partnership increase children access to various ideas and resources and connect early yearly experiences and real life scenarios. These links enhance knowledge about social skills and cultural awareness as well as community life. I just remember one thing. The place where I am doing placement now, I have done it before too. My first placement, they used to take the kids to library, aged care, where they can see so many things, learn so many things, they question so many things. Then after, and most of the time they go to church and see the father and talk with father. Like it's so nice to see them like learning and eager to learn development. The partnership elements of collaboration are also vital in the board development of children, where parents and teachers maintain the same expectation and approaches. Children feel emotional well-being on the basis of the which self-regulation and reliances are developed. The support in the home and the services coordinates and support development objectives so children can learn new skills with confidence. Moreover, community cooperation is useful to receive professional services such as speech, occupational therapy, cultural mentoring, and local sport programs. The resources are beneficial in the physical, social, emotional, and cognitive development of children, providing a holistic way of developing and well being. Combining the strength of family, educator, and community stakeholders, early childhood education and care services create a supportive environment that helps each child develop their potential and be ready for lifelong experience. Benefits of family and community engagement for children. The learning and well being of children are reinforced when there is a close communication between families and early childhood setting in their collaborative practices, as opened by Blair and Heneda. Alignment between families and educators is reflected in the curriculum feature that so adoption of children's interest, strength, and cultural background as means to increase engagement and success. This type of collaboration aid social emotional growth as well, since children feel heard, support emotionally, and validate in their identities in the learning process. Continuous communication with families and community groups also promote cultural competence and identity development. Different language, costumes, and practices promotes understanding of uh, appreciation of diversity and ensures self-assurance in their cultural where sets a foundation of an inclusive personality later in life. Now let's talk about the families. For families, the involvement of parents in the process of early education gives the families a solid voice in the area of curriculum development, instructional implementation, and control the services. This involvement leads to the feeling of agency that help to trust between providers and the expressed feeling of open interaction and collaborative problem solving. It also incorporates families within large support services such as parenting sessions, health services, and cultural agency. A particularly relevant advantage to new resident of the region or family facing difficulties such as language barrier, special education needs, or the small support network. Additionally, the direct participation of home aids the family trust is promoting learning, thus creating a constant reinforcing environment for children's growth. And for educators and services, in terms of services and educators, active engagement increases knowledge of every child about his and her needs, interests, and development patterns, improving the effectiveness of teaching strategies. The two-way flow of information also helps in increasing program quality and conducting targeted interventions when it is appropriate. At the organizational level, well-established family and community partnership strengthen the reputation of the service in the locality, which can lead to increased enrollments, community connections, and organizational stability. Importantly, engaging in required by the National Quality Framework under its Area 6, which highlights its importance to compliance and ongoing quality growth. In the end, joint action by parents and the community set up the collaborative environment where all stakeholders have shared interest in the child learning and well-being. Recommendations: encouraging and maintaining partnership. Establishing effective partnership requires the development of an inclusive and welcoming atmosphere before the establishment of fruitful collaborative relationship. This can be achieved in services through multilingual provision of culturally relevant resources, flexibility, and accessibility to all family members of enrollment procedure. Such first impression are formative. Families should be oriented along with the key community organization linking the family to large group. At the same time, as appointed by Eden Chimos and Edinelli, the home visit of informal meet and greet may also play a vital role in building trust in families and might lack the willingness to enter formal educational institution. This primarily effort can be set the stage for the mutually respectful relationship on which long-term cooperation is based. Encouraging. After the intentional relationship, the services ought to offer different types of continuous interactions. Such channels can be newsletters, online communication channels, informal chat during drop off and pick off, and official meeting. Their voices must be integrated and the learning process by inviting the families to be included in planning curriculum, cultural events, and excursions. The engagement with the border community can also be enhanced by inviting local leaders, elders, and local services provided to participate in events and making decisions. This collaborative participation is not combined in enhancing the program but also strengthening the community relationship of the services. The center where I am doing the placement also celebrated like different cultural background festivals like the Mother's Day. They invited all the children's mother and they gave some snacks, had some chat with them, and I can see so many like they are celebrating so many cultural festivals and it's so good. Maintaining relationship requires constant two-way genuine communication between compliments with the sharing of celebration and day-to-day improvement, periodic reflection and feedback. Meeting offers ways of evaluating partnership performance and gaps that will be closed. Such meetings has to be positioned as joint talks and not assessments so that there is not secrecy and mistrust. The development of educators indispensable in terms of cultural competency level and family engagement tactics. When teachers are provided with security and how is practicing different cultural views, then they can be easily uphold great and respite sorry respective partnership in the long run. Such practices make the partnership a part of everyday living and sustainable process that eventually contribute to the inclusion, learning, and growth of the children. So now conclusion from the discussion above, it can be concluded that the collaborative partnership are essential building blocks of inclusion, learning, and development, and not an optional extra features of early learning, education, and care. Whenever families, educators, and communities interact repeatedly, children have better learning experience, improved well-being, and a better sense of belonging. This gives families more empowerment and achievement. Educators are insight into children's needs and community such involvement in the development of children. Such partnerships are not created through luck, but through deliberate action plans, cultural sensitivity over time, and a genuine desire to establish and foster respectful relationship. The early year learning framework principle of partnership with families and national quality standard area 6 puts this partnership at the heart of quality practices, including this commitment in regular services culture. Teachers and families make sure that the educational path of the children will be accompanied by the power of home services and community. Thank you.